Hi, it's 8:19 on a Monday and this is my breakfast. You will actually catch me dead before I drink any sort of shake in the morning. I would much rather eat and chew on my food. It's actually way better for just your feeling of fullness. Like drinking all of your nutrients and stuff. Whatever. This is getting cold. So I got ham, I got baked beans, I got an egg. I love eggs. I got my bread. I got my banana. She's getting her protein and stuff. Slay. Hi, it's around 11, past 11. I just they're making soup and I made tea, strawberry white tea. It doesn't taste like strawberries, so I'm confused. And I don't know why, but there's a strange energy coming out from the room where my piano is. I'm not sure if there's someone in there, and I'm afraid to find out. So while we wait for the time to make lunch, I will tell you about how I lost 65 pounds. Hot. So it all starts when I'm 8 years old. I'm not fat per se, but I'm also not skinny. I'm I I believe I had a kind of a normal amount of fat on my body for a little girl. But my mom attempted to put me on a diet. Keyword attempted, because she knows nothing about dieting and nutrition, so didn't really last. But even before then, I had body image issues, obviously, and those issues, you know, became worse and worse and worse and worse until I was 17 and I decided to lose weight finally. Except that I had an eating disorder. I went the entire wrong way about it. I had a gym membership. I knew nothing about working out. And I started counting calories, and I was eating 1,000 calories a day. So that went on for a year. I was dying. I was dying until I turned 18, and I felt uneasy. I felt like I was literally gonna die. It was awful. And um so what happened next was I had a binge eating disorder for the next 4 years. 3 actually. Yeah, until I was 21. And through it all, I had depression. When I turned 21, I had COVID, which meant that I didn't taste any food. So that was amazing. you know, there's no binge eating to be had when I can't even taste the food. It just feels even worse. So I was like, I might as well. So from that moment, I started going on a daily walk for about an hour a day, which amounted to about 5K steps a day. And every other day I was doing a little bit of dancing, and by which I mean I was looking up Blackpink. Oh. I was looking at Blackpink, How You Like That, dance tutorials, and just like learning the song and like, getting my cardio from that. And that was good. That was good. It was really fun. And I was also eating 1,500 calories a day, which also was too low. It was too low, you guys. That's too low. That's not enough. By that time, I weighed 160 pounds when I started. I should have been eating more, but it was still a huge improvement in my mood and everything. And I felt good about myself. Yay! So that went on for about a year. I lost about 35 pounds, 40 pounds at most. And it felt good and all. When I turned 22, I still had those body image issues. Basically, my goal was and is to have a flat stomach. That has been my biggest insecurity ever. So, even back then, like, I was like, okay, I should keep this going, blah, blah, blah. And it never really... like... I was tired. For a year. A calorie deficit for a year. It was too low. At some point you just... Anyway. So I maintained for a year. Yeah, I maintained for a year. But I still had, the intention to lose more weight. So sometimes I was trying, but then, things happened, and I was also starting to live with my ex. And, I was cooking for the both of us. And by the time I turned 23, my mental state was so bad. It had everything to do with my ex. He made me feel ugly and blah blah blah. Oh, I should mention this. When I was 20, he called me fat. He didn't call me fat, but he said I was thick. And I just started crying. And I hate that guy. I hate him. Like, I'm gonna come out and say it. I hate that man with all my heart. I don't hate people, but that guy, I hate him. Anyway, that's not the point anymore. So I was living with that guy, and well, food brings me a lot of joy, a lot of comfort. So obviously, like, little by little, I'm just gonna learn to binge again. That went on until I was 24. For about a year, I gained 20 pounds. And that wasn't just the food. It was complete lack of sleep, was stress, that a lot of things contributed to like me gaining that weight back. So I turned 24. That man was out of my life. I was back here with my family. And I thought, okay, well, good time to start, losing weight again. Except sleep. I had chronic insomnia for like a year. Maybe even a year and a half by that point. That's not ideal for losing weight. It's not. And the first 2-3 months of the year, I was really stubborn about losing the weight, and which means, being on a calorie deficit, and I was also not sleeping good at all. Like 3-4 hours in a night. Awful. So my days were like terrible. Terrible. I wasn't even alive. I was not alive. This combined with the depression, off. It's off. It's over. So, I sought treatment for my insomnia, which worked pretty well. And by April is when I decided to get into it again. The same calorie deficit as before, 1,500 calories, which is too low. It is entirely too low. Too low. It's not enough. And it didn't help that, like mentally, it drains you, and one day you just get your cravings like all at once. You get all the cravings all at once, and you binge for a day, and for the next week you just start doing this again. It's yo-yo. It's not good, it's not healthy, it's for your mind or your body. I don't recommend it. It's bad. But I was doing it still at that point. And I still lost the weight. I lost some weight before summer. And in summer, I was really good at maintaining my calorie deficit, especially considering I was at my summer job, which requires me to, walk almost, if not like more than 20K steps a day. I'm very active during the summer. I was also very stressed. I didn't feel good where I was at work. I was just really concerned with the weight loss. I was not losing the weight. And it was the yo-yo thing again. Like one day I was maintaining my calorie deficit, and the other I would binge, and one day I would eat at a deficit, and the other I was maintaining, and my metabolism was going in all sorts of ways, which just means I'm gonna maintain my weight. When I stopped working for the summer, that's when I started losing weight again. Still at 1,500. Yeah, so I lost some weight, blah blah blah. In September, in October, I did not lose a single pound, I think. Or I was losing a pound, then gaining it back. Still on that yo-yo logic. And I was also more than stressed. I was distressed by the job I was at. I don't know why. Why? What is this? I don't want this. Is this rosacea? I don't want it. I don't want it. I should probably just wash my pillows. Where was I? Okay, as I was saying, yes, I was distressed by my job. I was maintaining my deficit pretty well, I think. Unfortunately, at some point, I decided to eat intuitively, which meant no calorie counting. I have no idea how many calories I ate during those few weeks, but it was definitely not enough. I was not hungry. I was not hungry at all. Like, and I'm talking like skipping lunch, kind of not hungry. My energy was low. Um, I, I, I was mentally very unwell, and it was bad. So when I got fired, my mind, I was a mess, and I started eating more. Still, like not concerning myself with counting calories. I knew very well that was just more stress added to like everything going on. What with me finishing my studies and such. It was much. It was a lot. Still, in the month of December, I reached my goal weight finally of 120 pounds, and I lost in total 25 pounds in the year of 2024, which, like, combined with the weight I lost in 2021, that's about like 65 pounds, give or take. It's a lot. Now I'm telling you right now, it was awful. It was awful. It's a very isolating experience as well. Like, no, don't don't do it, like, if you're gonna do it, I say, like, eat at a lower deficit. Like right now, here's what I'm doing. I want to lose 5 pounds. I'm going at a deficit of like 1800 ish. And I'm hoping that I'm gonna be less likely to like go into that yo-yo logic again. And I'm also doing 10K steps a day, which I've been doing for years now, since about 2023. Yeah, that's been my routine. 2 hours of walking a day. And I've started recently doing ab workouts. Hopefully that helps like tone a little bit. But currently I'm happy with the way my body looks. But once I reach this goal, I want to gain a little bit of muscle, just so I don't stay at 115 pounds. That is very low. And I like my body the way it looks right now. I have a 25-inch waist. It would be insane for it to be any smaller than that. No. I want to be like kind of a substantial person, if possible. And that's it. That's my strategy for now. Hi, it's lunchtime. I don't have the time to talk. I'm really hungry. So you're gonna ask yourself, what is this? This is, actually, you might ask yourself, is this egg drop soup? Is this congee? Is this miso soup? Is this dumpling soup? It is all of these at once. There's leftover cabbage, there's dumplings, there's dried shiitake mushrooms, there's wakame, there's an egg, there's miso, there's dashi. I don't care, I'm hungry. And this, I had some silken tofu that actually froze partially in my fridge. So I thought, okay, gonna make some tofu nuggets. And I did, and they're delicious. This is not all the soup. There's more on the stove. I'm gonna eat it all. And I'm gonna make a salad after this. I'm hungry. Again, this is the salad in question. I've got lettuce, red cabbage, cucumber, olive oil, strawberry balsamic glaze, and a little bit of breaded parm, just for the contrast. It's amazing. I'm hungry. Hey, I just took a nap. Gonna eat this. I always get a little bit hungry after I take a nap. So what I do is I drink a lot of water and I get a snack and I feel better. Oh, it's 2:53. Hi, this is my dinner. I'm aware that you can't see. So this is the viral Shin Ramyun, the Tumba. It's not very good. It's half a packet. I added some frozen broccoli, which is not ideal, but that's all I had. And honestly, it makes no difference nutritionally, I'm pretty sure. There's chicken breast that I marinated in pesto and some mozzarella and a little bit of parsley. Now I'm about to wash. Oh my god. Legend of the Galactic Heroes. And that's all.